I pretty much hung her, and it took me a half an hour to kill her. I choke her out, drag her into the back, put her in a bathroom, took the body, put it in the bushes. We threw her off the bridge, and the never showed up. It's probably frozen.
Scammers are the most deceitful manipulators, and the things they do to cover up their schemes can trap them in long-term consequences, like the Liam McAtasney case, who betrayed a close friend who trusted him.
I choke her out, drag her. My biggest problem was the dog, and her dog laid there and watched as I killed her.
And then Mia Desiree Harris, whose terrifying attack on her own granddaughter shocked everyone.
Step out! On your face, now!
Cup of water, cup of coffee.
These cases expose the dark truths people try to hide, while police body cams capture the evidence and help bring them to justice. Before we start, take a look at this case from Texas. Officers received a report about a possible scam call from a jewelry shop. Little did they know that the woman involved had been repeatedly accused of stealing and scamming officers before. That day, her greed put her in a bad spot, and eventually she was caught red-handed. She was taken into custody, and a full investigation was launched. If convicted of all the charges, she could face a long prison sentence.
I know that in the past, people that lived to the left from her, she has,
On the night of December 3rd, 2016, officers in Belmar arrived to investigate a suspicious car parked on the Route 35 bridge. With very few clues to go on, investigators began turning to Sarah's friends for answers.
Come on, when your dogs are barking like that, you get the up, don't you? That's the only job a dog has in today's society, is to bark when you hear something. There's one. Somebody's coming down. There's two.
There he is. Oh, that's the story. Liam McAtasney.
Now watch, she won't be smart enough to not open the door without these dogs locked up. We don't have to worry about these dogs coming out, do we?
Sorry.
Is Liam home?
Liam's...
Is Liam home?
He's around the corner.
What was that?
11 Holly Street. That's where he's staying now.
Oh, he's staying over there? No, we're looking for a friend of his that's possibly a missing person, and she supposedly hangs out with him. Does he, Sarah Stern, does he hang out with her?
Yes, Sarah's a very good family.
He's at 12 Holly?
11 Holly Street.
11 Holly?
Might be over there.
Yeah, of course.
Can you call Liam?
Of course.
If you don't mind? Technically, she's not right now. This is a husband-wife. I think they're in the middle of a divorce. They own the house directly behind them. I guess the husband's living there now.
Oh, really?
The husband and wife used to fight each other.
Oh, yeah.
While officers were waiting for Sarah's friend, Liam McAtasney, a neighbor approached them and shared information they believed might help. The tip was something officers thought could potentially lead the investigation forward in the case.
This is the neighbor, I think, of Stern.
Hello. Hi.
What can we do? What was that? Yeah, we're trying to find Sarah. Well, she's supposedly calling Liam to see if Sarah's over there. So.
I would never leave Buddy, her dog.
The dog is in the cage at the house.
Okay. She brought over today a bin. Can I bring my mother's stuff to your house? Carla dog.
Yeah, I know. Carla.
And
So she brought a bin of stuff of her mother's
bin
to your house?
taped over, and it's in my kitchen. I was out. I said, yes, I'll put it in the cubby. And I tried texting her, and nothing.
How long has Carla been gone now?
It must be 6
6, 8 years maybe, 10 years.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's 11, right? Right behind us.
Yep, right behind you.
Is your husband living there?
No, he's in Allenhurst.
Okay, we're gonna go. We're gonna go see if we can wake them up over there.
Is that Robin?
Yeah.
How long has she been missing?
We're not saying she's missing.
Okay. Yeah.
We're saying we haven't been able to find her yet, and there's a little concern about her. So, all right. So, have you told anybody else that information?
I didn't tell Michael yet.
No, I'm going to tell the Neptune Police Department what's going on with it, because this is technically Neptune's. Well, it's kind of a mixture of both of ours. She lives in our town, and how much do you know so far?
Michael just called me. Sarah was like,
What mindset was she in today when she drove? You didn't see. Did anybody in your family talk to her this morning? Today?
She texted me. She said, "Can I bring some stuff over? It's my mother's." I said, "Sure." She brings stuff over. She tries to clean the house out a little bit for Lil, and brings like garbage that she doesn't want Michael to see into my yard. And I have brought her to the hospital.
That's my next question. Is she depressed? Is she?
I think she's depressed.
Is she? Not suicidal in any way, do you think?
I don't know.
All right, we're gonna go see if we can find that. The stuff that she dropped off, is it like personal stuff of her mother's? Like it would be her personal belongings and all her memorabilia?
It's a big bin and taped.
It's all taped off?
Yeah, she said
All right, we're gonna continue this search then.
Liam's house back there.
Liam's on the other block. We're gonna go over there now.
As one team worked to find the friends and close contacts of Sarah Stern, another team combed the Route 35 bridge in Shark River, initially thinking she might have jumped, and now they needed to find her friend Liam McAtasney for more clues.
Liam, you Liam? You got a second? Can I come in and talk to you real quick?
Yeah, no problem, officer.
Is Sarah here by chance?
No.
When was the last time you talked to her?
I was with her today,
What time?
before I went to work.
So it was earlier today?
Yeah.
When was the last time you had any kind of contact at all with her? Turn some light on if you don't mind.
I mean, we went to get food today.
And you went to work at what time?
4:30.
Okay, so you haven't talked to her since 4:30? You have a cell phone you can reach out to her on?
I actually haven't been able to find my cell phone.
Any idea where
I've
it's
been
at?
calling it all day.
At 4:59. I can't keep this. I have no. That was me.
Alright, so you haven't been able to talk to her? You don't know where your cell phone is?
No.
I have mine on me, so. Alright. Keep looking for your cell phone, man, because we're trying to find Sarah. What was her mindset last time you talked to her?
I just know she's been trying to get away. She's been telling me she's going to Canada.
Trying to get away, okay. Canada, she's been real depressed lately?
Her dad is crazy.
Okay, and then she's dealing with the loss of her mother. Her dad's in Florida right now, right?
Her dad, yeah. He's coming back today, I guess. I don't know what time it is.
Where's the grandma?
Grandma's actually sick.
Where's your grandma at right now? She's not at the house.
She's staying with some family member.
Okay.
Grandma's coming home right now. She's at Sharon's.
Okay.
Where's Sharon live?
Across the street from me.
I thought she was staying with Shirley's.
Shirley's, I'm sorry. But no, Shirley's bringing Grandma back now.
Okay.
Well,
are they going to be able to get into the house? Because I know that
we can get into the house.
There isn't a key.
We can get into the house.
Okay.
The house was open earlier. We were already in the house, and I have a key to the house. So.
Okay.
All right. Keep looking for your phone to see if there's any messages or anything. All right.
Thank you.
And all these things sitting around here.
Let us know. All right, call us up.
Yeah,
let us
sorry
know
about all this.
Yeah, that's questionable behavior, man.
If you can maybe reach out to some friends, maybe hit our message on social media.
I definitely will.
Start reaching out to somebody, see if anybody's talked to her, or when they talked to her, what her mindset was, and all that. All right.
I'm planning on getting a phone as soon as I wake up.
Okay.
And
yeah, we spoke
as
to your
soon
mom
as
before.
you hear anything, call the Neptune City or Neptune Township Police Department. Let us know.
Officers spoke with the neighbor again to update her on the latest status of the case and to gather more information about Sarah Stern's family and household, hoping it might provide additional leads or context for the investigation.
Here's. I'll bring you up to speed on what we have so far. Her car was found with nobody in it. We're trying to find out why her car was where it was and make sure she's all right. The car's registered to Grandma, who's 96.
Yeah, I know.
Initially, we tried to make sure Grandma was all right. We know Grandma's staying with a neighbor now, and now we're trying to find out, make sure Sarah's all right. That's pretty much where we're at, and nobody's able to get a hold of Sarah right now. They're pinging her phone, trying to locate her on her phone and all that, and I don't think they're having any success on it. So
Well,
I don't know when Mike's coming home, but it's a tough relationship between him and her, right?
I have taken the kid to the emergency room.
Has she ever done anything crisis-wise or anything? Did she take any kind of meds?
No.
Does it take any kind of Prozac, anything like that?
No. I've taken her to the dentist for wisdom teeth. I've gotten her contacts. Gynecologist I've taken her to twice. When she was in the emergency room, I thought it was her appendix, so the doctor, and he was in AC, Michael, and I stayed with her.
Mike have a girlfriend now or not?
Yes.
He does? Okay. It doesn't really matter, but is that why you spend a lot of time with a girlfriend? Is that why he's in Florida and all that?
Home.
Okay. Our main thing is trying to find Sarah. If you hear anything, Neptune City or Neptune Township, we're both looking for her.
Okay.
All right?
Going to,
You have a key to the house?
Yeah.
Because I found a key. We were in the house, went through the entire house. The dog is in the cage.
Yeah, buddy.
Nobody's in there. On our way out, I found a key on the counter right by the door, and I was able to lock the door. So the key's under the mat
And
right by the door.
there's one
In the mailbox there?
mailbox.
And there's one under the mat now. I stuck one under the mat. So you have key to get in. We don't have a need to get in the house right now unless... we don't have a need to get in the house as of right now, but I got to make a couple phone calls right now and see to what level we're going to take this.
From the initial investigation, officers learned Sarah's last contact was around 4:30 p.m. Her boyfriend Liam McAtasney had lost his phone, and her father was searching for her. The next day, police met with Liam to determine if her disappearance was intentional or suspicious.
I went to work, got home from work, got drunk with my buddy, and then I had a knock on the door at 4 o'clock. This is
yesterday afternoon,
completely...
around like 2 o'clock is what I think it was, right?
Yeah, between 1 and 2, we went to Taco Bell.
Let me ask you, did you have your phone around then?
I did actually, yeah. It wasn't until I went to work that I realized I didn't have it on me.
Okay. All right. What was she wearing yesterday, the last time you saw her?
Wearing she was wearing a gray sweatshirt. I couldn't tell you the pants or shoes or anything. She could have been wearing jeans, but...
She have anything on that sweatshirt, like any kind of logo?
I think it was just a gray zipper up. Yeah. I know when I got to her house at 1 or 2 o'clock, she was just wearing a red t-shirt and pair of black, like running shorts or something.
What do you think, she put on jeans maybe?
Yeah, she went up and got dressed before we went to Taco Bell. I went to the neighbor's house at one point. I couldn't even tell you what time that was, but...
Which neighbor?
The Drapers.
Were you with her when you went over there?
Yeah.
She was with you?
We had, she had a bunch of stuff. Over the past 2 weeks, I mean, I don't know how long her dad's been gone, but her dad's a hoarder, if you guys haven't...
I don't know. I've never known him, so I have no idea.
He has a house in Avon. It's a huge mansion, like 2 blocks away from the beach. Just full to the ceiling with boxes and boxes of stuff, the whole house.
Okay, so bear with me here.
Yeah.
So you were with her yesterday afternoon. You went to Draper's house with her.
Yeah.
Did you help her carry stuff over to Draper's house?
Yeah, that's what...
What was it that you carried over there? How much?
I'm not... I know that we had one big gray container.
Okay.
And I actually have a few of these in my basement right now.
Of hers?
Of hers, yeah. If you guys want to go through those, she's just been trying to get stuff out of the house away from her dad. over the past week or
You
whatever.
You seem to have a pretty good relationship. What's her reasoning for wanting to get the stuff out of her father's place?
I mean, I know that her dad's taken money from her in the past.
Okay.
I think her mom was supposed to leave her money or something. I know she definitely has a lot of trust issues with her dad.
Okay.
So I've just been trying to help her out with that. I've been friends with her since first grade, so we have a pretty good friendship.
Is this the first? I mean, she's moved some stuff into your basement, you said?
Yeah.
Is this the first you've helped her move it across the street to Draper's house?
Yeah, first time.
This is the only time she's brought anything over there that you know of?
Yeah, okay. But we've been moving stuff from the Avon house to her Neptune City house back and forth over the past week.
Okay. But she taking stuff out of that Neptune City house and putting it in your basement, we'll say.
My basement.
Putting it in Draper's house was the first. Yesterday was the first time you know of them putting it in Draper's house, correct?
I also know that she was going to bring it to some family members. It might have been Cindy or something. I'm not too sure about a name. But I remember she said she wanted to go look through the stuff at the family member's house without me. So I let her go do that. That was a few days ago.
Did she tell you what she wanted to look through?
No. I know that she found a safe with some of her grandparents' like rare coins and stuff. That safe is in the container in the drape.
Did you help her pack that container?
I helped her pack that, yeah.
This was a very important clue that officers later discovered. Liam helped her pack the container that contained something that lured him, but for now, it was just random information. Still, a little suspicion prompted officers to ask more about the container.
Any other jewelry? Did you notice any coins?
I mean,
family heirloom thing, family mementos, anything like that?
I knew she had coins and stuff in the safe.
Okay.
But besides in the safe, I think it was just a bunch of random junk in that container.
Okay. But obviously random junk that had some meaning to her.
Yeah, definitely. She seems to...
What you were, I'm sorry, Mom said something. What about, I don't know if you talked to the detective about the relationship between her and Dad recently?
Yeah.
What's going on? Just give me what's going on with her. Like, how's she been acting lately?
The
same? Different?
No.
Liam, you've known her since first grade, you said.
Yeah.
Has she been different than normal lately?
Well,
and for how long?
In the past, she has had a tendency to have self-destructive, suicidal behavior. I actually know that.
How long ago?
Years ago.
And what was it that she would be self-destructive and suicidal? Sorry.
It was over...
Stepping on you.
Over something her dad did. I'm not too sure because it was... I think it was my freshman year, sophomore year of high school.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in my second year of college right now.
So 4 or 5 years ago.
But I remember being with my girlfriend. She was completely obsessed with my girlfriend. And something happened with her dad. My girlfriend had to leave to go take care of her because she was saying, if you don't come here right now, I'm going to kill myself.
So she's made comments like that in the past.
Yeah.
Do you know if she's ever done anything like maybe like cutting or anything like physical that she actually did harm herself?
I have no memory of her actually hurting herself.
Right.
All I know is her talking about it.
What we were talking about before, I mean, nothing you're going to say is going to get you in trouble, but
yeah,
do you know if does she use alcohol? Does she use any kind of drugs? And listen, like I said, man, it's not going to get her in trouble. It's not going to get you in trouble. We just kind of need to know what her mindset was like.
Well, I've drank, I've smoked with her in the past.
Marijuana, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
How long ago? When was the last time, bro?
Yeah, no, like I said.
Not for nothing. We're not jamming.
No,
yeah, we're not going to jam you.
Listen, all I need is we need your help finding her right now. There's a lot of things going on. Like I said to you before, we have a lot of resources out there, and we need to find her and make sure she's safe and okay. And this is why I'm really hammering this home to you, Liam. You're young. I want to make sure you get how important this is. This young girl is off the grid all of a sudden, and nobody knows why. And you were basically the last person that had any contact with her.
I completely understand that.
So we're trying to get a little time frame, more of a time frame.
Yeah. I just want to let you guys know that I'm intending in pursuing a career in law enforcement.
Yeah, we've talked about it. Stop smoking pot. Go ahead.
Yeah. I actually did. But the last time that we've actually...
Sorry, had to go there.
we drank was some point in November.
I'm not even worried about that. I want to get back on the time frame of the last time you spoke now, like within the past 24, 48 hours.
No, that's fine. So yesterday you guys run to Taco Bell, you dropped the stuff off at the Drapers. You went to Taco Bell first or went to the Drapers?
Taco Bell first.
Then to the Drapers.
Drapers.
And then you left.
Then to her house.
Then to her house.
Hung out.
All right.
I left.
What time was that around?
4:45.
4:45.
Yeah.
And then you worked till when?
I worked until 10 o'clock.
Okay.
I was supposed to work until midnight, but I got off at 10 o'clock.
Liam spoke some of the truth, but he did not disclose the real reason why he had left his workplace early. As officers continued questioning, he unintentionally revealed additional information about himself that could help the investigation into Sarah's disappearance.
Anything you tell me is not going to get yourself in trouble or anything. We're just trying to find her.
Yeah, no.
Was that his phone? We found his phone? Or no?
No.
You still don't know where your phone is?
No, some officers stopped by my house last night, and I let them know I didn't have the phone. I was planning on buying a new one.
Where'd you lose it at? Did you lose it, or you don't? When did you realize it was missing? If you don't mind me asking, John.
I realized it was missing when I got to work.
Which was yesterday afternoon?
Yesterday afternoon, roughly around 4:45.
Okay.
I ran home from work, tore my house apart. I actually left work a couple times last night trying to find my phone, and I couldn't
Is it
find
now when somebody calls the phone? Does it ring?
It rings.
Okay, good.
It's on.
It's on.
Okay.
All right, Liam, I got to throw something in here. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what's going on here? You know why we're standing here talking to you?
I have a pretty good idea.
No. Do you know why we're standing here talking to you? Do you have any idea where Sarah is?
I have.
Listen, this is. I'm going to throw this out to you. Bear with me, John, because Sergeant Isaacson wanted me to make sure we made something very clear here.
Yeah.
The resources that are out there right now looking for her, the amount of manpower. We have people swimming in the Shark River in this cold weather, cold water, everything else. We have boats, we have helicopters. Dude, if you know anything about where this girl is or have had any contact with her, you need to let us know.
Believe me.
And exactly what it was that you had spoken to her about yesterday afternoon before you went your way and she went her way. You need to open up and let this detective know everything, man, because there are people all over the place looking for this young lady.
Yeah, we're not looking to bring her back here. We're not looking to get her in trouble, but we, like you said, we have a ton of resources out there, and people, guys are in that the current of that water. It's fucking
I'm a
cold.
Lifeguard. I mean, it was warm during the
it's a
summer,
dangerous
but
situation.
we had a similar situation to this with the scuba diver or something.
So
over the summer.
Yeah.
And I remember the manpower that was out searching for him.
So what he's saying essentially is like I said, man, we're not looking to get you in trouble. We're not even looking to get her in trouble.
The following day, Liam McAtasney was called to the station for an interview about the case. So far, he was the main lead, and their priority was to uncover new clues.
Who do you live with, Liam?
I live with my roommate, Preston Taylor.
Preston Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is he friends with Sarah also?
Yeah.
He is?
Yeah, we all went to high school together.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where are you working now?
Brennan Steakhouse, Neptune City. I also work at Tree Willie. It's a Christmas tree place in Wall.
What's it called? Tree Willie?
Tree Willie.
Anyplace else?
No. I'm trying to get a job over here at 10th Ave Burrito.
Okay. And where did you graduate from high school?
Neptune High School.
What year?
2015, I guess. 2 years ago.
We're in 2016, so...
Yeah, 14. I'm not sure. But yeah, 2014.
2014?
Yeah. I'm in my second year of college, so yeah.
And you go to Brookdale, you said?
Mm-hmm.
What are you studying there?
Psychology. I want to pursue some kind of career in law enforcement.
You do?
Yeah, definitely.
How long have you known Sarah?
First grade.
Since first grade?
Yeah. I was actually homeschooled until 7th grade, but we went to CCD together in Bradley Beach.
Oh, okay.
That's where I first met her.
And what's the extent of your relationship?
I would say we're pretty close friends. More over the summer than during the winter, but we've still been pretty close. She actually, I'm a lifeguard in Bradley Beach. She was a badge checker, so I saw her pretty much every day over the summer.
You guard in Bradley?
Yeah.
And that's where she was badge checker?
Yep.
What beach?
Anywhere. All over the place.
They move you around?
Yeah.
Same thing with her?
Yeah. She'd be all over the place.
Okay. Was she ever your girlfriend?
No. We actually have reason to believe that she could be a man. That's what I've always thought.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Things got interesting when Liam talked about Sarah's interest in people. Although Liam seemed uninterested in Sarah, there was more to the story.
Do you know her ever to date anybody before?
No. Actually. It's weird. She just seems really, like, immature. You know, like she's not interested in that kind of stuff. She's more interested in playing video games or something like that. I don't know.
Does she talk about guys?
No. She actually gets grossed out. She doesn't. Most of her girlfriends have kind of left her over the years. After everything that she went through with her mom, and she's continued to go through with her dad. And it's just been kind of like the boys hanging out with her. And if we were to bring up anything about she's always grossed out.
When you say grossed out, what do you mean?
Like repulsed, like, oh, don't say that, oh, it's gross. Just anything about in general.
And your conversations about would be in what context, like?
Just joking around, you know.
Okay. Make just comments or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Does she ever talk about liking guys or?
Not that I know of.
Girls?
No. She has been known to obsess over girls in the past, though. One of my ex-girlfriends, a few years ago, she was completely obsessed with her right around the time her mom had cancer and was dying, and she just would always say stuff like, Maggie, if you don't come here right now, I'm going to kill myself, or, I mean, you guys know about the Drapers, right? Robin Draper? You spoke to her. There have been multiple occasions where my ex-girlfriend Maggie has had to go to the Draper's house to help her with either her dad. I can't say for sure if her dad was going to do something, but there has been a few occasions where she said, my dad's going to hurt me or I'm going to hurt myself in the past. And, but I guess the point I'm trying to make is she can obsess over girls. And this YouTube thing that she has going, she's obsessed with these YouTubers, and most of them are known lesbians.
While Liam seemed confident and answered the questions directly, the detective pressed further, hoping to uncover the truth that Liam might reveal unintentionally.
First friends other than yourself?
Pretty much just all the Neptune City kids. Went to Woodrow Wilson. Say my brother. Billy McAvoy, Robert St. Amand. I could give you a whole list of names.
I mean, hell, who's your best friend?
I would say Robert St. Amand.
What's his name?
Robert Saint S-T Amand.
S-A-I-N-T?
No, just S-T.
Oh, S-T.
I believe. Yeah. S-T Amand. I couldn't spell it for you. I went to Woodrow Wilson with him.
He lives in Neptune City now?
Yeah, he lives in Neptune City. We all went to high school together until he dropped out. And I haven't really seen him.
So you think that's her best friend?
Yeah.
Does she talk to him often?
Yeah. I mean, more than she talks to me. But I know that she has a lot of internet friends. And the fact that she doesn't, I mean, I don't know too much about it, but the fact that she's inside most of her days, just on the computer, I think that she definitely could have a lot of close friends that I don't know about.
So what do you guys have in common? What do you guys talk about? What do you guys do when you hang out?
Video games, comics, movies.
Are you into video games?
Yeah, definitely.
Comics?
Yeah.
Movies?
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Music. I mean, we don't really have the same taste in music, but we're just childhood friends. We can talk about whatever.
Does your mom know her?
Yeah, definitely. My mom's been a pretty big role in her life since her mom passed away a few years ago. All the Neptune City moms, like that are my group of friends, their moms have always been there for Sarah.
Did you know Sarah's mom?
I did, yeah, definitely.
How many phones did you know Sarah to have?
Just the one green iPhone.
Was it green?
Green iPhone, yeah.
You say green?
Yeah, it would.
Like a green case?
It's an iPhone color, or iPhone C. So the
iPhone like a 5C?
Yeah. Like the front of it would be like this, but the back would be all green.
The detective then paid attention to the Snapchat messages, hoping to find concoctions. However, Liam seems to have answers ready for everything.
Yes, you just switch over to Snapchat.
Oh. And we must have...
Why would she want you to flip over to Snapchat?
You can FaceTime. She has an iPhone and I have an Android, so we can't like Skype or video chat, FaceTime, whatever it's called. We can't do that, so there's been plenty of times where I'd just have her on the phone and just be able to talk to her face to face instead of just calling her.
She asked you, she ended the conversation on text message and asked you to switch over.
Yeah.
Why? I don't understand why.
I have no idea.
Did she tell you if her dad hit her that day?
She said that he didn't.
That he didn't?
Yeah, because, believe me, I've done nothing but just try to find out if there was any physical violence between her and her father. I've always been trying to get that out of her, and she's never told me.
What did she say about her dad's girlfriend?
She actually likes the girlfriend.
She does?
Yeah. She said nothing but good things about the girlfriend.
What has she shared with you about her medical history? Any medical problems? Has she ever been in the hospital?
Not that I know of.
Recently, a couple months ago, was she sick in Jersey Shore? Anything like that?
No, I know her grandma was, but I don't know.
Does she take medication?
Not that I know of.
How about drugs? Does she do any drugs?
From time to time, we've drank, just as a social thing. It was never something that was like a cry for help or self-medicating. No, nothing like that. No.
What else? Marijuana?
Just alcohol.
Has she ever smoked?
She has.
Have you smoked it with her?
Yes, I have, but...
Does she smoke it on a regular basis?
No, definitely not.
And know that this has absolutely nothing to do with drugs. We're just interested in knowing about...
Yeah, no, he made that clear the first time we were talking.
How would she get them?
Usually from me, or... Yeah, for the most part, just for me. If she wanted, she would just ask me.
Did she get it from a neighbor? Did you get it from her neighbor, or would she get it from a neighbor?
I know that in the past, people that lived to the left from her, she has told me that she could get from there if she wanted to.
Whose house is that?
As the interview continued, Liam recalled a recent incident, something he wanted to use to grab the detective's attention. It was a mind game, but the detectives were far more experienced than he was.
A few weeks ago, it's the grandmother's house that they live in. They had a house in Avon that they were going to live in, but it was so full of stuff that they were forced to live in the grandma's house. One of the family members came over and trimmed the bush, the walkway, up the stairs to make it easier for the grandma. And this is a direct quote. The dad said, I'll crush their skulls in and burn their houses down if they do that again. Like, he was literally threatening to kill them over a bush. That might have been the night, actually, that she Snapchatted me and was saying, you know, the day I was asking if he hurt her or anything like that, because she was hysterical that night. And I'm not the only one that knows this. Her other family members, I know Shirley knows this. I know.
You don't know who the family members that turned the bush?
I have no idea.
She told you this?
Yeah, she told me this, and we actually even spoke about it in front of Shirley and Shirley's daughter.
And what was the vote? Father said what?
He would smash their skulls in and burn their houses down.
And you said that her dad was on vacation?
Mm-hmm.
Where was he?
He was in Florida.
When did he get back?
I guess Saturday. Because that's when my mom actually went over and spoke to him. Saturday night, I believe, or it might have been Sunday.
When did you last see Sarah?
When I was leaving her house to go to work.
When was that?
Sometime before 4:45.
On what day?
Wednesday, Friday.
So you last saw her on Friday before 4:45?
Mm-hmm.
And why do you say before 4:45?
That's the time I had to be at work.
You had to be at, where did you work?
Brendan's Steakhouse.
Okay. What time did you work at Brendan's?
What time did I work?
Yeah, what shift?
Between 4:45 and 5 o'clock, I got there, and then I was off sometime around 10 o'clock.
What do you do there?
I'm a waiter.
You drove there?
Yep.
Did you leave directly from Sarah's house and go to work?
Yeah.
So you left sometime around 4:45 in that area?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to change to go to work?
Yeah.
Where'd you change?
At my house. We literally live a block away from each other, so it was just real quick, getting changed and going to work.
The detective worked to piece together what had gone wrong that night and tried to match it with Liam's story. That's when things started to get interesting.
Involved here. I want you to make sure that I want to give you the opportunity, okay?
Yeah.
To be ahead of all of this.
Mm-hmm.
If she provided you with information, if she told you something, if she told you that she was going somewhere, if she told you that she was going to do something, you need to tell us.
Yeah.
Okay?
I completely understand.
I understand that you're very close friends with her, and she confided in you a lot. None of that matters now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because all of this, what we're doing, is only going to escalate at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want you to think very hard, okay, about your conversation. Take as much time as you need.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to think about your conversation that you had with Sarah on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to put yourself back in her house with her. And I want you to think about what the things that she said to you. Okay?
Mm-hmm. One thing I want to talk to you guys about was if she did jump off the bridge, what are the odds that she's not somewhere all the way out in the ocean by now? And
did she tell you she was going to jump off the bridge?
No. If she had told me that she was going to jump off the bridge, there would have been no way that I could have gone to work that night. I went to work and I had one of the best nights of my life. I made a bunch of money. All my tables were good. I had a great time. It definitely, I would not have been able to do that if I knew something.
Can you just hang tight right here? We're just going to step out for a minute. Right?
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
No problem.
After a short break, the detective refocused on finding answers. As they tried to piece together the full story, something didn't quite add up.
The person lives across the street, because I know that she had been contacting her that day to ask whether or not it was okay for her to store stuff in her house. So, it easily could have been a call from her.
At any point were you in Sarah's backyard?
Yeah.
That day, what were you doing back there?
I actually left and went out the back way.
Why?
Her front door's broken.
What's wrong with the front door?
The deadlock actually doesn't lock, and they just always have problems with the front door. And now they don't even have a key, so I just went right out the back door.
We went to the front door, there was no problem.
Oh, I don't know. I thought there was a problem.
How does Sarah usually get in?
Through the back door.
She uses the back door?
Unless she has a key. She hasn't had a key. Because it bent that one time.
So you went to work. Did you communicate with Sarah at any point after you left her house that day?
No, I didn't have my phone. I actually left work while I was at work to go to my house, tear everything apart looking for my phone.
What do you mean you didn't have your phone?
I didn't have my phone on me that night.
Where was your phone?
I have no idea. I still don't know. You guys have it now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what happened with my phone that day, but I just remember going to work, realizing I didn't have it, and yeah.
How do you left her house without your phone?
I guess so. I could have lost it at like 2 o'clock. My mom told me that they found the phone in the Draper's driveway. I could have lost it when I was moving.
So you didn't realize you lost your phone until you got to work?
Yeah. I tried not to use my phone as much as possible.
Why?
I don't know, just distraction. All different social medias. I just call, text. I don't really use it too often. And I was spending time with her, so I didn't even, you're probably talking, I wasn't even worried about my phone. But I usually use my phone a lot at work, because there's times where it's slow, and I'll just stand in the back on my phone. That's why I started looking for it then at work, because I realized I didn't have it.
After the interview, the investigators couldn't accept Liam's story, noticing many inconsistencies. Police used undercover informant Anthony Curry, who posed as Liam's friend and set up a secretly recorded conversation in his car. On January 31st, 2017, Liam confessed his involvement to Anthony.
What you been up to?
Hiding from the cops.
What happened?
Dude, you can't blame me for doing this, right? I gotta feel you up real quick, alright?
You're good.
No disrespect.
I'll show you.
No disrespect, okay?
Nothing.
Yeah, I got the FBI on my ass, dude.
What are they questioning you?
Oh yeah, a lot.
About what?
About Sarah. They've been, they were up my ass. First it was just normal police. They were on my ass, and I had to go in and get interrogated by them multiple times. But then it kept moving up levels, and now it's a federal case. They've got the FBI.
So you've been laying low, I guess.
Oh yeah. And that's not even the worst part. The worst part of it is, I thought I was walking out 50 grand, 100 grand in my pocket.
Yeah.
She had one safe, and she took money out, and she only had 10 grand.
And this money, I don't know if it was Bert or something. It's old money, terrible quality. I don't even know if I can put any of it in the bank.
Right, because it'll probably look sketchy, right?
Looks sketchy, and it'll look like it's Sarah's money, especially if it's a federal investigation.
Right.
If they're looking for the guy who has the old money.
Right, because it's probably like the old dollar bills and not like the new. The $100 bills are changed now.
Exactly. No, it's from the 80s, dude. It's old. And then...
What, she found it in her house or something?
Huh?
She found it in her house?
Yeah. Spent a lot of money. And I didn't even get a quarter of it.
So you only got like, what, seven grand or so?
Somewhere around there.
And you spent it all?
No, I haven't even tried to do anything with it because it's in such bad shape.
Yeah, you can't even use it.
Like, I need to lay low and then maybe, like, tape some and see if I can put it in the bank.
So what, do you have it hidden or something?
Yeah.
Where'd you hide it?
Sandy Hook. First it was in my house for a long time, but then I stopped trusting Preston.
Yeah, what's the deal with Preston? Was he...
No, he's cool. He was...
Did he end up, like, helping you with it or not?
Oh, yeah. Dude, tonight we just tried to rob a drug dealer together. We just drove down to,
Is that what you were in South Jersey for?
Yeah, we were down there. We were gonna steal this guy's safe. And we get to the house, and he moved. He's not at the same
That same guy we went to that one time? Or is it a different... I don't remember.
You drove down there with us one time to get drugs?
Yeah, me and Preston, yeah. Me, you, and Preston went down.
Yeah. That's who we were trying to rob. Yeah. We're gonna go back down tomorrow night and try again.
You know where he lives now?
Yeah, we found it tonight. There were just people there. There's a higher chance that there's not gonna be people there tomorrow night.
You gotta be smart with that, bro.
Yeah, this is...
Don't do anything. You're already saying the cops are on you, so you...
This is Preston's thing this time. Sarah's whole deal was my thing. But I had planned Sarah's situation for me to be interrogated by cops. Like, that was whole part of my plan, to make me look not guilty.
This was the first thing he shared, the reason for his actions. After that, he told Anthony what he had done to Sarah, believing Anthony was a trusted friend who would keep it private, which led him to reveal details he otherwise might never have admitted.
And the worst part is, we threw her off the bridge, and the body never showed up.
It's probably frozen.
It's probably all the way out in the ocean.
And it's frozen, so she's not coming up anytime soon. Her body's probably at the bottom of the ocean, or she got eaten by a shark or something.
Yeah.
Bro, this is like a movie, bro.
Yeah. And, dude. Alright, so I'm hanging out with her. She has... We went to the bank. She took some money out. Not all of her money. We're counting it out, and then she goes to walk out the front door. I her out, drag her. My biggest problem was the dog, and her dog laid there and watched as I her. Didn't do anything. Her dog. What kind of dog? Yeah, what kind of dog is that? It's like some...
Was it a big dog?
It looks like a beagle, but it's like the size of a Great Dane.
Jeez. Nobody was there? Grandma was
No,
there?
nobody was there. Even her dad wasn't there. He was in Florida.
Yeah, you said that he was there.
So, I have to leave. I dropped my phone at Sarah's house. My phone was at Sarah's house. Like...
Wait, you left your phone?
Yeah, I lost it, and I couldn't find it. I had to go to work. I had timed everything out so that...
Why'd you take your phone? You should have left it in your pocket.
Dude.
What were you doing?
Someone? I couldn't find it, dude. It ended up being out in the driveway.
Oh, it must have dropped out of your pocket.
It must have dropped when I was crawling to get in the car. But I took her out, drag her into the back, put her in a bathroom, and then I had to go straight to work. So Preston came over, took the body, put it in the bushes, and then I was at work. I had a full, night of work, except I left work a couple times, which looks sketchy. I look for my phone, though, which is a reasonable, thing to do.
Yeah, you gotta look for your phone. Yeah, you can't.
Which is kind of, me losing my phone was kind of a good thing, because the cops are like, oh, he's hanging out with her, he lost his phone, he's going back and forth between his house looking for it. And then I get off work that night, go straight over. Preston and I go over to her house, take her safe, bring that over to my house before we do anything. Then we take her body out of the bushes and drag it over to her back fence, and I crawl, get into her car, and I back up. There's a security camera across the street, so I had to act like her. I watched her every time she backed out. She does the same thing, so I backed out exactly like she did and drove off.
Did you put her in the trunk?
No, I put her in the passenger seat of her own car. And then Preston and I had these walkie-talkies to communicate with. We just used them again. So I was driving, and I had her buckled in the passenger seat.
So she looks like she's just sleeping.
She's just sitting up. And my plan was, for me, I underestimated my own strength and how much would weigh. Because
it's limp weight.
Yeah. I got up on top of the bridge to throw her off. My plan was I was going to throw her off, run over, jump over the divider, and get into Preston's car. And I go up, open the door, unhook her, pull her out, start dragging her to throw her over, and then cars start coming up. I see like headlights coming. I try to get her over, and I can't. My leg up. Like, the weight from her body, like, made me fall, and my leg, like, went up. So now I'm limping, my leg's up, and there's 3 cars coming up. So I grab her body. Dude, I had superhuman strength, and I threw it in the car, and I picked it up, and her feet were up here, and her head was down there, and 3 cars go by, and I'm losing my because that easily could have been a cop.
Yeah.
And then,
I mean, the police station is like right there.
Yeah. And then Preston comes over the bridge, goes around, makes a U-turn, comes up behind me. The 2 of us throw the body over, and then we're out.
Oh, so you needed help?
I needed help, yeah.
Liam continued his shocking story, unaware he was speaking to an informant, while Anthony, posing as a friend, asked questions like a curious companion and listened as the entire story unfolded.
Pretty much hung her, like, I picked her up and had her just, like, off the ground, and she just herself, and
because you lose control of your
said
balance.
my name, and then that was it. And it took me a half an hour to her. I thought I was going to be able to her out and have her out in, like, a couple minutes.
Her for 30 minutes.
I her out, and then she was just laying there having a seizure or something. So then I got a shirt, and I just shoved it down her throat so she wouldn't throw up or anything, and held my finger over her nose, and set a timer. That's the only time I had my phone. And it took me like a half an hour after I hit start on the timer. This is the thing about, like, heists. There's so much you can't account for.
Because you don't know.
Yeah. You don't know until it happens. And then the next month was just me getting interrogated by cops over and over and over again.
Why? Because you were the last one to be with her?
Yeah.
And they knew through the phone, I guess? Through the phone calls?
They knew because it was just it was part of my plan for them to know that we were hanging out.
Right.
Because I needed to make it seem like we were better friends than we actually were, so that they wouldn't question my behavior with her.
What about, like, your brother? Do you question him? He doesn't know.
Josh did. Josh is the only one that I've seen him question, but he wouldn't do anything.
So you told him?
No. You are the only person on this planet that knows, besides Preston. And Preston doesn't know that you know. And I think we should probably get back to our house. Because
I gotta head back to Brooklyn.
Word.
I got work at 6 a.m.
True. Because Preston doesn't like this idea.
Right.
He doesn't like that you didn't just come to the house. And if he knows that you know, I don't want him you know, I don't want there to be a chance.
I'm not no bro.
Yeah.
You don't have to question me. I'm in Brooklyn. The cops haven't questioned me. It's
I
not
know
like
you.
nothing.
I know you're not a but we gotta play it safe. Anyone.
No, yeah, I understand. Yeah.
It could be anyone, and I don't want Preston to think that he has to you and take you out because you are the only person that knows. Because I've tried to imply that you might know, and he gets really upset.
Yeah.
So
maybe don't tell him.
Don't tell him.
Don't tell him.
Yeah. But you're the only person besides Preston that knows. And I told you that in the beginning. That's how it was going to be. I planned this thing out for like 6 months.
Maybe, bro. Jeez.
Yeah. And I didn't get a lot of money, but I had enough money to just be like living comfortably in my house, tripping, throwing parties all the time.
From his confession, it also became clear how much his friend Preston Taylor was involved in the case, and how he became entangled with the police investigation.
See, because I don't want you to be it after all this. Because that one bad trip could ruin your life.
Yeah. I've done once, and I had a trip.
Yeah, don't. I can only imagine.
I did, and the cops came and took Preston to interrogate him.
Oh, so you were on acid?
I was on acid, and first of all, I come out of the shower, Preston's mom's on the couch talking to him. They're all like secretive and shit. And I just go in my room, I'm freaking out, like what the is she doing over here? She leaves. Next thing I know, the entire Belmar police force is at my door taking Preston away. Like I thought they were arresting him. He was gonna tell them everything.
Right. You didn't say a word though?
He didn't say anything, and I was losing my when I was tripping.
Right.
Like,
yeah, you're probably scared as fuck.
not
That's not a good. That's what I'm saying. You gotta stay away from that shit. Careful.
I learned the hard way, but now I know.
Yeah, my camera broke. Dude, I was so fell right into a bucket of blood. I was it fell off the tripod, fell right into a.
You get money?
No, I have to talk to my dad about it still, but it's just blows, and I don't know. Like I don't know. On Thursday, I might have to borrow a camera or something. Like I really have no idea what the I'm do. What are you up to tonight?
Nothing. I was gonna make some money tonight and get some. I thought I was like definitely making between $4 to $10 grand tonight, and getting like 4 pounds on top of it, and it didn't work out. So that might happen tomorrow.
Well, be careful, yo. I mean, the cops are already, they're already questioning you, so you gotta be careful.
That's all over now, though. I think everything's over.
So you don't gotta worry about that.
I don't know. Because a 19-year-old just went missing, just like Sarah. Car was on the bridge. They're gonna think that, like, a trail of are caused by me. That's the thing. Like, Preston wanted to go here tonight, and I told him, all these guys know him, so if he's recognized, they're gonna go to the head drug dealer, and he's gonna find Preston and so I'm like, you realize you need to weigh out the risk and the reward, because you're going in there thinking that you're going to see this guy and knock him out, and that's going to be it.
After Liam McAtasney's secretly recorded confession, both he and his friend Preston Taylor were arrested. Detectives charged them in early February 2017. Liam McAtasney was charged with murder and other serious counts, including robbery, conspiring to desecrate human remains, tampering with evidence, and hindering apprehension. Preston Taylor was charged with helping dispose of Sarah's body and related crimes. The trial in the Sarah Stern case began on January 23, 2019, in Monmouth County, where Liam's friend Preston Taylor had already pleaded guilty and agreed to testify against Liam in court.
Point in time in 2016 where you learned something about Sarah Stern and her coming into something.
Yeah, I learned that she and found a shoebox full of money at her house in Avon.
Did you ask any questions about that money when you first learned about it?
I asked how much it was, and I was told that it was in the range of about $100,000.
After first learning about that box of money, or that money, $100,000, whatever it was, did that money ever come up on previous or prior occasions in the future?
It did.
Okay. And how did that happen? What types of conversations did you have about it?
Well, at first we started discussing the fact that it was a lot of money and what we would do if we had that type of money. And then the conversation evolved into, well, what if we did have that type of money, specifically her money? And that was when the idea to rob her came about.
Okay. Now, the first time he told you about Sarah's money, where were you?
We're at our house, 11 Alley Street.
When was the next specific conversation where that money was brought up?
At Clancy's Tavern, where I worked.
Okay.
I was towards the end of a shift. Things were slowing down. Liam came in with another friend, Sean McMahon, and Billy McAvoy, and he brought up the money. Patsy commented.
He also faced questions about the actions he admitted to and answered all of them during his testimony. Here are his answers when he was asked to explain his accounts.
You were still living with my client Liam at that residence, correct?
Right.
And you were aware that Liam had communication with an individual by the initials of AC, correct?
Right.
You discussed those conversations?
We did.
And so, when you tell the police in February 2017 that Liam told you all these details about what he allegedly did to Sarah, it was after that was approximately 2 months from Sarah's disappearance, correct?
Right.
It was after conversations were had about Liam's conversations with AC, correct?
Right.
When you spoke to police February 1st, 2017, were you aware that anyone else other than him and you knew about what happened to Sarah?
No.
You were asked questions about meeting with me and Miss Doyle and the detectives prior to trial, correct?
Yes.
You said you had, correct?
Yes.
What did we tell you during those meetings that you needed to do when you came to court?
Tell the truth.
And again, just last thing, with respect to your cooperation agreement and your plea, correct? What happens if you come in here and lie?
The agreement goes out the window, and I am facing all 7 charges.
Including felony, correct? And the exposure of felony, 30 years to life, correct?
Right.
I asked you today that you were aware of conversations that Liam had with AC prior to your being arrested, and you said that you were aware, correct?
Yes, they had conversations, but not in regards to what happened.
Judge, he's got to be able to answer the question.
That was a yes or no. He's going to ask you, can we ask questions
It's a
on
yes or no.
direct?
So, yes or no, Mr. Taylor?
Yes.
Okay. And now, when being asked by the prosecutor on redirect, you're saying that you had no knowledge of any details of the conversations between my client and AC. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
And is that because the cooperation agreement that you have with the prosecutors state that the defendant's cooperation is productive and of substantial value to the state as determined and defined by the state? Is that why you're testifying that way?
No, because it's the truth.
I see. The truth, just like it was when you lied about the other individual that you made accusations against, correct?
Right.
Right.
Though the case continued in court, Sarah's body was never recovered. During the trial, a tide expert gave their opinion on the likely circumstances of her death and the disposal of the body.
Something might drift, you need to know the location and the time that it goes in the water. So I'm looking at the report, and so they estimated that the person went in the water between Friday, December 2nd at 11:45 p.m. to as late as 2:46 a.m. Saturday, December 3rd. For the time window provided to me by the prosecutor's office, that the tide was in the ebb phase the entire time.
Okay, so from 11:45 p.m. to 2:46 a.m., all had phase.
Correct.
Tide's going out.
Tide's going out the whole time. An object dropped in the Shark River and then exiting into the ocean would have traveled 10 kilometers offshore within 24 hours of the latest time period given to me by the prosecutor's office.
So, based upon your analysis, the conclusion with respect to where the body or where something would to was that it would in 24 hours, 10 kilometers off the coast.
Correct.
And that's how many miles?
7 miles.
So 7 miles within how many hours?
24 hours.
Now, I think you said it, but the fact that the tide's going out and the wind's blowing east, what effect would that have on a body that entered the Shark River Inlet during this time frame?
It would just hasten its movement towards the east.
When you say hasten, you mean what?
Make it travel faster. So based upon the above analysis, I concluded to a reasonable degree of scientific certainty that Sarah, the alleged victim drifted out the Shark River Inlet with the outgoing tide.
So her body exited the inlet, correct?
At the end, prosecutors said it was pure greed directed at someone who trusted the killer as a friend. On February 27, 2019, the court handed down its sentence against Liam McAtasney after considering the evidence, testimonies, and the severity of his crimes.
The state of New Jersey versus Liam McAtasney. Mr. McAtasney is now 21 years old. He lived in Neptune City. Everyone essentially in almost all of the family members that testified came from this small community of Neptune City. They all knew each other. That's what makes this really a heinous event, that these were two people, meaning Sarah and Liam, that knew each other since, I believe, grammar school. So on count 1, in the first degree, it's life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. Count 2 is robbery in the first degree. This sentence will run concurrently, meaning at the same time. It's 20 years New Jersey State Prison. And count 5, creating human remains as second degrees. That's 10 years consecutive to the other counts, to count 1 especially.
In April 2017, Preston Taylor, who helped dispose of Sarah Stern's body, was sentenced to 18 years in prison. This was an insane case, but next there is another where a grandmother's strange beliefs nearly cost her granddaughter her life.
She's here. You need to go with. Hey, what's going on? Are you dad? Dad. What? Hold on. I didn't know you were good.
Around 2 a.m. on December 9th, 2023, a distress call came to the Butler County Dispatch Center, a mother's plea for help for her little daughter.
Please take my baby. What's the address of the emergency? Please take my baby.
Hello?
My baby is a
Your baby? Ma'am? Okay, ma'am, what is going on?
So, someone my baby. Hurry, please.
Someone your baby?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Okay, ma'am, they're coming. Ma'am.
Hurry, please.
How old is your baby?
She is 6 months old. Hurry.
Okay, are you...
Oh, my God, please.
Okay, ma'am, is the person still there?
I don't know. I think so.
Okay, who was it that them? They're coming, ma'am. Who was it that them?
It was her grandma.
After that call, deputies responded in Liberty Township to that report. They learned the little girl was critically and her grandmother, later identified as Mia Desiree Harris, was missing at the time. Meanwhile, her father waited for the police at the scene.
Oh my God! It's okay. It's okay, baby. She gonna be okay.
No!
Sorry. She's not here.
Who is she?
That's my mother.
Okay.
My mother, her name Mia.
Traffic information, Medicine Station, Press 28.
Oh.
Okay.
Just calm down, calm down. Oh, I'm gonna kill that. Got to. Oh my God. Hey. Please.
What's her name?
Mia Harris.
2212.
Mia Harris, get her right now.
Where's she at?
Suspect's name's Mia Harris. Please. Mom took off, up towards Yankee. I don't know.
The situation was dire. The victim's life hung in the balance while the suspect, Mia Desiree Harris, had fled. Officers simultaneously worked to secure the area, track down the suspect, and evaluate the immediate threat.
No. She's driving a Buick. She's driving a silver Buick Enclave. A silver Buick Enclave, please.
Hey, what'd you say, Ben?
Silver Buick. Get her.
Yes.
She was going up towards Yankee. Hold on. Here.
Hey, 171, 2072. We're going to go northbound Yankee. Try to get that way if you can.
Yeah, that's it.
Right there, hey, behind him. Grab his flashlight.
For Silver Buick.
I got it. Okay.
Here,
ambulance right here. Please just run into the ambulance, please.
Hey,
get the medics over here. Let them do what they have to do. Let them do what they have to do. She's still moving. Stop.
Hey, Mom.
Stop. No, she's not the mom. The mom's upstairs.
Where's Mom? Have we told Mom yet?
She was holding her. I brought the baby downstairs. Please. Jamia, stop.
They're coming up right now.
Are we in pursuit of a suspect?
Come here.
Silver Buick
Come to me.
Enclave.
Show him a picture so they know who for. Please.
Okay, we've got it.
I don't know what you do. Come here. Mia Harris.
What's our place control?
Please,
2171, he's the one in car.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
2252.
But she was only 6 months, bro.
That's very sad. Come down this way. Just check.
She's here. You need to go with. Hey,
Let's go to the squad. Are you Dad? Dad. Hold on. No, you're good. Hey, this is Dad. Is he good to ride? No, not back here. Okay. Hey, we'll get you there. I promise you that.
Hey. We'll get you up there.
Alright. Hey, help me. You see Westchester? Hey, Dad. Hey, we're gonna get you a ride. You're gonna go to UC Westchester, so we're gonna take the kid, okay? They're gonna get everything they can. Hey. They're going up to UC Westchester. You know where
Okay,
it's at?
yes.
Alright.
Hey, get in the car with your sister. I'll take you up here. Hey.
UC Westchester.
Yes, let's go. He's going to get a coat.
They're rolling with the baby. You guys are good, okay?
The little girl was rushed to the hospital, and shortly after, officers spotted Mia Desiree Harris's vehicle nearby. Taking the suspect into custody immediately became their primary focus.
I'm clear. I'm right here waiting for him. Am I good for slides? Step out! Okay. On your face, now! I got lethal.
I got hands.
Got it.
Gotcha.
Female custody.
Bring your knees to your chest. Stand up. Up.
The car with the open thing.
Yeah.
Passenger side for me?
Yeah. This one?
Yeah, this one right here. Do you have any weapons, anything like that on you?
No, they're in the house.
Okay. Grab a seat.
Let me adjust these cuffs here.
Turn. Actually, just trade them out. I'll put mine on. Here.
Yeah, you want to put yours on first?
Everybody on 16.
Good.
got a light.
Controlled by the department that we got. Oh, we appreciate it.
Keep that hand back here.
Nope, keep that hand up here. You got a light for me? Nope,
Keep
nope.
your hand back here.
I'm sorry.
Not pregnant or anything like that?
No.
Hold on.
Okay.
Ben, I'm gonna do a quick cursory on that car.
Alright, slide in and wash the door for me. You can move your hands now.
The 43-year-old grandmother, Mia Harris, was then placed in an interrogation room. While sitting alone, what she started doing was truly unbelievable, something that might have gone unnoticed if the cameras hadn't captured it.
I don't want to be that kind of person. I don't. But y'all bring it out of a person. Y'all are so evil. Y'all are so evil. You were evil first. From what you did to me. I hear you, and I can hear me echoing back into here. This is your interrogation. Y'all don't want to sit in here, it's too hot. That's why you got it cold in here. It's alright, I'm fire. That's what y'all didn't understand. I'm fire. But you did probably know that. That's what hell is. Judgment. Run me my money. On God, yeah. On God. Run me my money. Reparations. Let's go. I ain't delusional. Not delusional at all. That's y'all lying. Y'all trying to steal. I put my shit up. I got my shit. I got my paperwork. I don't care what you go through in that house and get. I got everything I need. I got my evidence. You got yours. See, you need me. I don't need you. I want my money. I want the riches and the wealth that you stole from the earth. It was for the people. It was for the whole earth. Not just for someone to hoard and use and pillage and people. Nah. I showed you and you didn't like it. How dare you judge me and not want to be judged? You wanted to silence me. You should have accepted me, but you wanted to judge me. Okay. After pimping me, taking all the resources out of the land. I wasn't supposed to judge you. We was flowing with milk and honey when you brought your over here. Racking and up the buffaloes and now we ain't got nothing. Now all of a sudden you don't jump the take my with the casinos and shit.
After a while, when detectives observed that her behavior wasn't calming and sensed her sudden explosion in the room, they entered to confront her directly.
Like something else to drink?
I ain't drinking, yeah.
Do you need to use the restroom?
Nope. Just want to leave. And I want my stuff.
Okay.
I ain't changing my mind. You can't make me change my mind.
What stuff?
All y'all know. And I'm not playing. Don't ask.
Mia, it's 4:30 in the morning.
I don't
We're
care.
not playing either.
Okay, don't. Because it wasn't 4:30 in the morning when I did what I did.
Right.
What would you like?
Yeah, we can't let you just destroy our room.
I don't care about destroying your room.
Obviously,
I'm
you
here.
don't.
I'm
I'm just saying.
here when I don't want to be.
Me too.
My rights haven't been read to me yet, so all of this stuff that I've said is inadmissible. So,
You ever been read your rights before?
yeah, I have, but not today.
So you understand them?
No, because they haven't been said to me.
Okay, well, since you brought it up, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. Can't afford one will be appointed to you for free. At any time during this conversation, you can stop talking to us because we are police officers.
I'm done.
Understand that? Can you read?
Done talking.
Can you read? Can you read and write English? Want to sign my card? It's just saying that I read these to you. That's all it's saying. Not gonna sign the card?
So what happened tonight? You don't look like a bad person. So apparently something had to transpire that set these events in action.
Clearly someone made you upset tonight.
The world made me upset.
Let's hear it.
I'm not talking anymore.
So there's nothing we can do to help you. That's what you're saying? Not a thing in the world.
Other than letting me go and giving me my stuff. Nope.
Can I ask you what stuff that you think that we have of yours?
You know what you got in mind. We ain't doing that. We're not doing that. Don't act. If you want to act, then act. But you're not.
Can I ask you a question? Did you leave the house tonight in the attire that you came in here in? Did you have a shirt on when you left your house tonight?
As her behavior wasn't stabilizing and seemed influenced by some kind of belief or mental issue, detectives approached her differently to understand her motive.
We don't need a statement from you. We don't, okay? The only reason we're in here is to get your side of the story. That is it. Because there's, as you know, two sides to every story, right? And we got every other story except yours. Is that fair to you? No, it's not. We're just trying to be fair to you, Mia. We do not need to be sitting here. I promise you. And you know that. The only reason we are here is for you to tell your truth.
I don't need to be here to tell my truth.
You do. I promise you, you do. So you're just going to let people think that you're an absolute monster. You're good with that.
I'm not a monster.
I know you're not a monster. We know you're not a
The world
monster.
is a monster.
Agreed. And guess what story we have? The world's story. Guess whose story we don't have?
I already
The
told my
victim's story.
I already told my story.
You haven't told us anything. We're the two that count right now. Listen to me. Look at us. We're the two that count right now in your life. Promise you. You know this. You're not. We are the two most important people in your life right now. Promise you. I will not lie to you, haven't lied to you yet. I've been nothing but respectful to you.
You have been. Most of you have been.
All we are doing is to get your truth, to help you. We don't need it. We don't need it.
Okay.
But what you're doing is you're going to let the world, the monstrous world, beat you down even more by you sitting here acting like a crazy person, knocking over. You can fix all that. You can fix all that. We've got everybody's side of the story. And guess who the bad guy is in their eyes?
Me.
You.
I know, and I'm the one that's crazy. I get all of that.
That's why we're here. That's it.
I get that.
We don't, listen, think about it from our side of the table here. It would be much easier for us to just let you sit in here knocking or acting like an angry person and have the world's story to collaborate with you being an angry person. How does it benefit us to come in here? We already got the demon, the crazy person, right?
I'm not crazy and I'm not a demon.
That's what the world is saying. You're the only one that can tell us otherwise. Who else is going to? No one we've talked to is, I promise you, not lying to you. I won't lie to you one time while we're sitting in here.
They sold me. They sold me.
This sudden outburst of emotion was exactly what detectives needed, and she began to open up. The officer's tactics finally seemed to be working.
I shouldn't have to live like that. Y'all saw how my house is. It ain't just about it being cluttered. You get tired of picking up and cleaning up after in a house. And then you turn around and you call and you ask for somebody to fix something and they don't come fix it. They don't come fix it. But they keep going up on my rent. They've been going up on my rent. I've been there 17 years. I go get a job. I can't get a job to pay me worth nothing. I know who I am in this world. They have held me down and kept me down, and they have abused and took everything from me every time I go to a job. Every time. Can't pay me no money, but they want to keep pushing me up higher and higher up in their company. But I'm making the money, but they can't pay me. I can't even move out. All I can do is rent. Then you want to talk about, oh, we can take care of you. No, I don't want you to take care of me. You could have paid me. I made you money, and then you turn around and you took the oil and you took the gold, you took stuff out of the earth that belonged to everybody. The food, the trees, all of that for civilizations, for freeways and roadways, for what? You don't even have the ability to feed yourselves anymore. I'm angry!
Let it out.
I would give you anything. I freely give, and you just took from me.
Thank you for that.
How could you hurt somebody that loves you? I got nothing left but rage after giving you so much love and you just take. When do it stop?
It's a very good question.
So they sold me for money. And I want it. I want it. I want the back pays, the right pay that I should have got paid. I shouldn't have had to live like this. You were supposed to take care of me, because I was taking care of you. Without me, you don't exist. You can't exist.
Mia was delivering isolated words and sentences, and without knowing the full context, it was hard to uncover the meaning of what she was trying to say. But it was clear she was in some kind of financial crisis and wanted to escape from it.
It wasn't the life that was given to you. But that's how far you came. It's sad. It angers me.
How long you been taking care of your family?
All my life. All my life. I told you they sold me. Like a harlot.
So how long has this
Almost
stress
died
been going?
3 times. 3 times.
Tell us about the first time.
The first time was with my heart. I went to the doctors. When I turned around, I went to the doctors. Turned around and told me, you know, I told them I had just finished having my twins. I told them that, hey, our heart beating fast. I was beating fast when I was pregnant because I had went into preterm labor. And they gave me some pills called some Braxton something. That sped up my heart. After speeding up my heart, I had my children. After I had my children, my heart didn't slow down. So one side of it got enlarged. Then I had to go on some meds. Then it got a little better, and then they said, oh, well, let us put a device in you. And then I got this device in me, and it's got 666 on it. So I know y'all know who I am. I know y'all know who I am. Y'all not. Y'all not. Y'all knew who I am. You knew. You knew. It's in my medical records. Y'all been trying to kill me physically, so I could not do this. 3 attempts on my life. And this is the 4th one, and I took it out. I'm not gonna keep fighting for my life.
What was the 4th one?
Tonight. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
How was your life threatened tonight?
All my life was threatened, and everything that I had was threatened tonight. And because you was trying to take everything that I had, I took what you had. I took what you had.
Mia claimed that this was her 4th attempt on her life. When detectives pressed for details, she refused to explain, only saying that everything she owned had been threatened, and in response, she had taken what belonged to them.
Who do you think you are?
Yeah, I know. I think I'm a monster, bro.
But monsters don't cry.
I'm not a monster.
I know you're not a monster.
I'm just that, as they say, angel that y'all didn't want to see. The angel of intuition.
So help us paint a better picture of you than what the world sees right now.
Well, I don't know if I can.
Try.
I've got nothing but time.
I don't want to talk. I want to go somewhere and go to sleep.
If you had your choice, where would you go?
What?
If you had your choice, where would you go?
If I had my choice, where would I go? I go to those thieving churches. And I tell the truth.
What'd you say?
And I take their money. Because they rob the people too.
No disagreements there. Not one.
So yeah. So when I say I want my money, I'm talking about them too. They perverted and pimped me like I said. I want my money.
You grew up in church?
I did.
Against your will?
Nope. I actually love God. He's a very loving person. Unconditional.
Still?
Still. Has forgiveness. Very much so. And mercy.
Has he forgiven you tonight?
I'm not being condemned, baby.
You know, I'm sorry?
I'm not being condemned.
Okay.
I was already crucified. I'm okay with that. You already me. But I'm talking about these last 4 attempts.
Talking about if you were to tonight. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm not worried about that.
So he has forgiven you.
I forgive myself perfectly fine.
Yeah, but we're talking about God.
It was excellent judgment.
Mia's speech was disjointed, but detectives had to understand what drove her to do something so gruesome to her own family. Somewhere in her words, they sensed a very deep sadness in her mindset.
But people always wanted to beat on me, punch on me, call me a and make me evil.
Normally a quiet person.
I am very quiet. Mind my own business, which is my family.
What made that change tonight? Why tonight?
Because I saw who was trying to steal my stuff. The wrong people.
Family?
Wrong people were trying to steal my stuff.
People that you would least expect. That's devastating.
And they were going to leave me behind to do it all.
And you weren't going to let that happen?
No.
When did you first find out about this?
I've been going through for a while. I've been suffering for a while. I've been under attack after attack after attack after attack after attack after attack after attack. But how long? I'm 43 years old. You get tired of being under attack. 43? Yeah, I know it took me a long time because I wanted to just love you guys instead. It was easier to just go in a circle of love than to try and have to come out of that cycle of love and have to judge you like this. It was mercy for real. I didn't want to be no harlot. I knew your secrets. I know all the secrets. I don't want to spill nobody's secrets and business. Just give me what you owe me. Should have paid me right. I would have lived amongst you perfectly fine and happy.
You said mercy.
Huh?
You said mercy.
Yeah, mercy.
That makes a lot of sense.
But after I kept getting attacked and attacked and attacked because they was trying to take my life, I went ahead and just said I ended it. Now you can't threaten me no more. Now it is what it is. I'm tired. I don't want to fight no more. I'm sick of this. You wanted me to be silent? I'm about to go silent. This world is evil and wicked. I went to the church. They judged me. They did not want to cover. Love covers a multitude of sins. Love covers a multitude of sins.
Finally, detectives were able to steer her toward the events of that night, but they remained careful, knowing her emotions could erupt again at any moment.
I know.
Have you been up all night?
I have.
Is that because of the crying?
What crying?
You said the baby kept crying, why the demon slept like a log. Is that why you've been up all night?
No. Not all reason why. And the baby wasn't crying tonight. The baby wasn't crying.
It's a demon. That's what I'm saying. If the demon was not in the baby. Right? That's what you said, or am I mistaken? And I'll reiterate, we don't need to talk to you.
Oh, you don't need to talk to me.
We're doing this because we're fair.
I know.
This is the right thing to do.
I know it's the right thing to do.
Believe it or not, we actually want to talk to you. That's why we're sitting here.
I know.
Because you have educated us very well on a lot of things tonight and what led up to tonight.
You have not lived an easy life.
Can we ask who all lives at your house regularly?
Malachi Chance.
And who they are to you.
He's supposed to be my son, but he wanted to beat on me.
Okay.
And he has his girlfriend, Destiny.
Okay.
And that's the demon.
Destiny's the demon.
And her baby.
And they have a baby together.
Yep. And I was getting ready to take him out. Because they trying to kill me.
Who's the older woman?
The older woman is my mom.
That's your mom.
Yep. And she in cahoots.
So everyone in the house is against you?
No, I didn't try and do nothing to nobody else.
No. But you said your son beats on you.
I ain't trying to, I said yeah.
So he's against you.
Yeah.
Are they married?
No.
Girlfriend. His girlfriend is against you.
Yeah.
Your mom is in cahoots, so she's against you.
They trying to kill me. They're trying to kill me.
How so?
To take my money.
Just by, like, groceries, or literally take your money?
It's a lot deeper than this.
What Mia was saying wasn't something a normal person would typically say, but it was also revealing pieces of her past. Still, officers struggled to keep her on track during the questioning.
How to farm. And then that turned into them taking our land. And us working for them. And then them building civilizations.
I mean specifically the family that live with you right now, not your ancestors. The ones that are in the house with you.
No, they just depend on me to do everything. They sit on their ass and depend on me to do everything.
Yes.
All of them. But was I aiming for all of them? No.
You buying diapers, formula? You
No.
buying all that?
They do that for They do that for her.
Then why judgment on the baby?
It wasn't just going to be the baby. It was going to be the
I know.
baby and the mom.
Like I said, we've talked to everyone. I know that.
Yeah.
Why the baby and the mom?
Because they don't
And your
belong-
mom, right?
They don't belong in my family.
They're what?
They don't belong in my family.
Okay.
They're corrupting my family
How so?
with what they're trying to do. And like I said, they made a deal to steal. And I told you how. And like I said, this does go back further. And I know you don't want to hear that, but it does. And it may be even more things going about. I don't know. I didn't get to come to my grandmother's funeral. They wouldn't let me. I didn't get to say goodbye. They stole that from me too.
How old were you?
I was young. I was 11 when my uncle passed. I think I was 13 when my grandmother. And then I moved down here when I was 14.
From where?
Columbus.
Who'd you move here with?
My mom. Actually, I moved from my dad's house to my mom's house.
You didn't like living with your dad?
No, he's evil. He's very evil to me. Very abusive. Both of them were. Both of them were very abusive.
Did your mom allow it?
Yeah. My mom was the one that wanted to turn me into a whore. It was her choice to turn me into a whore. That's why I passed judgment on her. Because I told her I wanted to live for God and wait till I got married. And she corrupted me. Put a spell on me to be a whore. And then my dad activated it by keep calling me a whore for 7 years straight.
It became clear that she didn't like her son's girlfriend and claimed the family was dependent on her. That tension may have played a role in what happened. Investigators believed her resentment toward the family could have influenced her actions toward her granddaughter.
How long has your son been with her?
I don't know how long my son's been with her. I think they only been together a year. Maybe a year and a half. 2. I don't know.
You didn't get along with her or whatever?
It ain't that I didn't get along with her. It's like wolf in sheep clothing. Wolf in sheep clothing.
You saw right through her.
Look real sweet, real kind, real gentle, and all that other stuff. Look all real cool and kind and all of that. But bite the out your if you let her. Yeah. Sure did. Sure did.
How long has she lived with you guys?
She's been with us for a while because she got kicked out because she got pregnant. And when she got pregnant the first time, I told my son, she miscarried, and I told my son, don't get her pregnant again.
Where did she get kicked out from? Her family?
No, she wasn't living with her family then. She was living with somebody else.
Like another boyfriend?
No.
Okay.
Some lady, I don't remember, but she was using her too.
Mooching off her just like she mooching off you.
She was just living there, but the lady was using her too because she had kids. She uneducated, she don't have an education. She just, her mama disowned her, threw her out in the streets. And nah, you ain't, she not trying to go get a job, she not trying to go get no education. Nah, you're not getting in this line. That. Not this lineage. We don't do that. We earn, we work. But it ain't our fault that you don't want to work. But even that, we can't even pull ourselves up by our bootstraps because you're robbing us. We can't even get our basic needs met. What that's about? You want to keep on making new iPhones and cell phones and all that, and they ain't coming out with new features. For what? And now cell phones up to $1,300 for what? It don't even cost that much to make them, and if it do, you need to stop. You out of order. Cause I didn't want to. Y'all keep my heart and I leave.
Mia Harris was charged with 3 counts of felonious assault. The little girl spent 65 days in the hospital and survived, but she will likely have seizures for the rest of her life. Mia Harris pleaded guilty to 1 count in September. She was sentenced on October 29, 2024, and received an indeterminate prison term of 9 to 12 years. Thanks for watching. If you found these cases intense and eye-opening, don't forget to like, comment, and share. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss our next video. Stay aware, stay safe, and catch us in the next video.